Well, it now appears the strain of attempting to manage her husband's failing campaign has finally taken its toll. As she deals with so many calling a case of suspected dementia within Joe Biden, First Lady Jill Biden, despite her efforts to maintain a composed facade, absolutely loses it on The View. Absolutely amazing to watch it happen, and we're going to cover the clips of this overwhelming amount of actually very dangerous rhetoric she spews. We're going to play it clip by clip here in just 1 minute. Oh, my friends, you're going to enjoy this broadcast. I promise you that. I know I did, putting it together for you. Can't wait to play it for you. But before we do, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. You know you have Lisa Haven and I. We'll put another link above. Click on that. Make sure you're subscribed to both. And if you want to support us, one means of supporting us is at Restricted Republic. Did an amazing video today on Furiosa. Oh, enjoyed doing that. There were some things we needed to say that we could only say at Restricted Republic. That's why we need you there today. Use discount code Trump47. Get $2.99 a month, each month, for 3 months, plus 14 days for free. That's not going to last very much longer, so get over there today. That is on from Lisa and I to make sure you get to take advantage of everything that we broadcast, no matter where we broadcast it. But now let's get back to this broadcast and this glamorous breakdown on The View of so many clips to play during this routine appearance on The View following a disastrous press conference. Oh, you saw that yesterday with old Bobby De Niro outside the courthouse of Donald Trump, where Donald Trump's trial was ongoing. They destroyed it there, and they're going to destroy it here because now they're just starting to spew hate. Hate of Donald J. Trump. Trump derangement has been back in full swing. That is what they think is going to be their path to victory. But Miss Biden doesn't stop, exhibiting signs of huge distress. In a departure from her usual demeanor, she launches into a tirade of dire claims that rivaled even the most impassioned speeches we've heard before. This is a story we're going to bring you. So many of these clips to play. So while the topic of Trump's trial may not have been explicitly discussed, Ms. Biden seizes on the opportunity to showcase her absolute hatred of Donald J. Trump.
The other one is doddering and doesn't remember anything, and can't put a sentence together, and has like brain farts in the middle of a paragraph, and they go after Joe.
Well, you know, this election is not about age.
I like how they're on the same talking points all day. Just dismiss anything about your husband's age. Declare the character, not age, is the paramount concern when she goes on in the next few clips, and then gives a dire warning on top of it all.
Right. So, but it's about character. This election is about character. Yep. So you have two choices. You have my husband, Joe, who you all know, who has integrity. He's strong. He's steady. He's a leader. He's smart. He's energetic. Or you have chaos.
And there it is. You see, they're going back to the chaos narrative so wonderfully, aren't they? I told you they were going to transition back to it. Now it's going to go full mudslinging, but then they like throwing in the fear factor day too, don't they? Bobby De Niro did it yesterday. Jill does it on The View.
It could get a lot worse under a Trump presidency. I mean, you have to believe him when he uses words like dictator, bloodbath, third term, violence. We've seen it. So when he says these words, believe him.
Wow. I can't make it any more black and white for you. Warning of dire consequences should Trump's words be ignored despite his tenure as president, yielding none of those apocalyptic scenarios. Sorry, I'm still on the Mad Max broadcast, I guess. Everything she described never happened. Everything they describe never happened. But they continue to push it and attempt to propagate it. But she doesn't stop there.
Those polls are going to turn, I'm confident of it, because as time goes on and as people start to focus a little bit more about what's at stake and start to become educated on the issues and the differences between the two men, I believe that Americans are going to choose good over evil. Yeah.
Ooh, now we're going down to basic roots now. Good versus evil. Completely dismissing her husband's plummeting poll numbers, she confidently asserts that Americans are going to choose good over evil, conveniently overlooking all the allegations of influence peddling or, well, so many other alleged corruptions that surround the family. She dismisses it, brushes it aside, doing her job to go ahead and push Joe further, but the View just kept gobbling up more, and Jill kept providing it.
And we kept thinking, oh, this won't be taken away, but we cannot take things for granted because they can. And think of the Supreme Court. For God's sake, talk about things getting worse. Can you imagine if we put any more Republicans on the Supreme Court?
Wow, she's gobbling up everything. That assertion of the Supreme Court that raises eyebrows, and it should raise eyebrows. That clip circulated all over social media. Ms. Biden proclaiming that adding more Republican justices would result in a loss of rights. Seriously. How do you state that? In any responsible nature, how do you state that out loud and just pretend that it's okay? The last misstep, though, begs the question, how could the appointment of a Republican justice threaten our constitutional rights? That's a fatally flawed argument. Ms. Biden's apparent ignorance of working on the American legal system is concerning. But, of course, our legal system right now is concerning. To call it a just system would be inaccurate, suggesting either she has a glaring lack of understanding or willful disregard for facts. But we know the administration has a willful disregard of respect for the former president. We see that by the continual litigation. So while Joe's poll numbers continue to plummet and they pull out the likes of Bobby De Niro and now Jill Biden, you'll see one thing permeate through. It is that their hatred of Donald J. Trump, their Trump derangement system permeates, Trump derangement syndrome, permeates everything. With those poll numbers dwindling, it seems the campaign is willing to grasp at any unfounded conspiracy theory they can get their arms around as a desperate bid for votes, because they can't rely on their successes because there is none to report. But as Ms. Biden's remarks demonstrate, the line between political strategy and delusion is becoming ever increasingly blurred. And that should be of paramount concern. What say you? Can't wait to see your comments on this video below. Make sure you put them there. We love you all. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless. Justus Knight, signing out.